A very good evening to all of you, my dear students. I am Manisha Das on behalf of eTuition family. Welcome you all to today's class. How are you all, my dear kids? I hope that you all will be doing great. So let me remind you that our eTuition family is providing quality education for your better tomorrow. So don't forget to be a part of our family. So this class is for class 8 students, as we have started a new chapter which is microorganisms friend and foe. This is the part 2 of our lesson. So let me remind you that in the previous classes, just recall, okay? We'll quickly recall what we have studied in our first part. We have studied about microorganisms, their types and helpful microorganisms, okay? It means those who are good to us, those who are our friendly microorganisms, right? But in today's part, we will be discussing about harmful microbes. It means those who are enemy, those who hurt us or those who harm us, right? Okay, so let's move ahead. So points to discuss today. What are the points we are going to discuss? See, these are the microorganisms. You might be missing them, right? Okay, now see, recap of the previous class. We have already discussed in the previous class. We have studied about microorganisms. What were microorganisms? The organisms which cannot be seen with our naked eyes because they are very small, right? And harmful microorganisms, because in the previous class we have discussed about helpful, those who are friends, and today we will be discussing about harmful, those who are our enemy. Okay, now disease in animals, they were harmful and they cause disease in animals. They cause disease in plants also. See, they are very much bad, right? So let's discuss one by one in a lot of details. So harmful microorganisms, look, as I have told you in that day, that nothing is there in my hand but everything is there. So many microorganisms are there like that. So many microorganisms are there. Some microorganisms which cause diseases in humans, plants and animals, because they are harmful, they will cause disease in humans, plants and animals also. So what they are called? These disease causing microorganisms are called as pathogens. So you have to remember the harmful microorganisms which causes diseases in humans, plants and animals, they are called as pathogens. Okay, yeah. Now example, some microorganisms spoil food, clothing and leather and cause diseases. Can you recall that whenever you keep some bread for 2 to 3 days or 4 to 5 days in the outer medium, after some days you might be seeing that black color or green color something substance is growing over it. So those are the harmful microorganisms which damages or which spoil our food. Yes, and clothing. And if you put your clothes wet, okay, not properly dried, you might be seeing some fungus are growing, green color or black color substances. Leather belts also, you may have seen your father's belt, whenever they are moist they get white color substances growing on them. Okay, these are the microorganisms which spoils everything, right? And they cause a lot of diseases. So today we will be discussing about each and everything, how they cause diseases in lot of details. Okay, so stay tuned. Now see, disease causing microorganisms in humans. See, that day I have told you, so many microorganisms like this. See, disease. What is disease? Let us first know what is a disease. Disease is any harmful deviation from the normal structural or functional state of an organism, generally associated with certain signs and symptoms. Okay, let me take an example. Whenever you are having cold, okay, when you are suffering from cold, what are the symptoms? Sore throat, runny nose, runny nose, and you might not be feeling breathlessness. You might be feeling breathlessness, okay. You are not feeling good, you may be suffering from headache, body ache, right? So these are the symptoms. If you will feel these type of things, you may conclude that yes, I am having cold, okay. So what is the disease? Disease means if you are not doing your normal activities or any harmful, it means negative deviation. You are doing well, but if you are having any disease, you will not feel that much active, okay. You will be inactive, you will not be able to do your normal activities, and you may be having certain symptoms which will be called as a disease. Clear? Okay. Now see, there are two types. Diseases are also having types. There are two types. One is communicable, another one is non-communicable. Communicable means it can be passed from one person to another. One person means the infected person who is having disease. If I am having cold, you will be having cold if you will be in contact with me, right? And we'll be studying about it, how they get transferred from one person to another in lot of details. Now see, first one is communicable disease. So microbial disease, because diseases are caused by microbes, that can spread from an infected person. Infected means the person who is suffering from the disease. So it can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through which medium? Air, water, food and physical contact, right? They are called as communicable disease. Okay. See, they can get transmitted from one person to another. They are communicable. So they can get transmitted from the infected person to a healthy person, as common cold and chicken pox. See, example, cholera, common cold, chicken pox and tuberculosis. Yeah. Now see, next is non-communicable disease, opposite of communicable disease. It means these are also the microbial diseases that cannot spread from an infected person to a healthy person. If I am having cancer, so you will not get spread by me, by touching me or by being in contact with me, okay? Because cancer is a non-communicable disease. It cannot spread through the physical contact, right? It cannot spread through air, water, food or physical contact. They are called as non-communicable disease. Example, cancer and AIDS. So never feel shy or never distract yourself or never distance yourself from the cancer and AIDS patient, because they need your emotional support so that they will not feel alone. Okay. Yeah. Now moving to the next, how disease spread in humans. How they spread? Look, basket full of food items, right? Vegetables, fruit, fish, meat, milk, everything. But they have microorganisms on them. So if we are not cleaning them properly and taking them, if they will go inside our body, what will happen? We will be ill, right? And we will be suffering from so many diseases. So by this way, the disease spread. So pathogens means disease causing organism, disease causing microorganisms. How they enter? They enter our body through air we breathe and the water we drink and the food we eat. So they are present everywhere, as we have studied. Microorganisms are present everywhere. So if we are not responsible for the air we breathe, the water we drink and the food we eat, we must be responsible that the air we breathe, the water we drink and the food should be safe from these microorganisms. How? Let us see. They can also get transmitted by direct contact with an infected person or carried through an animal. See, if I have touched my phone with my hand, if any other person is taking this, see, I am having one earphone cover, okay? I am having cold, I sneezed, okay? So those viruses are in my hand and I have touched this one. So they get transferred to this one. If somebody is asking me this pouch, I will give. And if he is touching this pouch, the virus will go to him. Like that, it is a chain process. The same microorganism or the pathogens are transmitted from one person to another, by which they get disease. Okay. Now see, next, common cold. Common cold is a viral disease. It is caused by virus. Okay. When a person suffering from common cold, you might be knowing that the symptoms are sneezing, coughing, right? So whenever a person suffering from common cold sneezes, the fine droplets of moisture is in the surrounding air, okay? And when a healthy person comes and inhale those air, the virus enter into his body and he also suffer from common cold. It is common cold means it is very common in family. If one person will have common cold, all the persons will suffer from it. Why? This is the reason. So that's why it is advised that you should use handkerchief or cover your mouth and nose while sneezing and coughing, right? The virus may enter the body of a healthy person while breathing, because see, if I am having cold and I sneezed, so it will be the fine droplets of water, moisture will be in the surrounding. If a healthy person is coming with me he will inhale that one and the virus will enter into his body and he will be suffering from cold. If I will use handkerchief or my hand, so the healthy person will not be infected. But if I am covering with my hand, it is having viruses. If I will touch certain things, if those things are touched by another person, he may also get affected. So after sneezing, we should use hand sanitizer, as now we are using, right? Yes. Now see, carriers. What are carriers? Carry means to take. So the person who carries, or the organism which carries whom to these pathogens, are called as carriers. Now see, the main carriers, the most popular carriers are mosquitoes, housefly and cockroaches. Okay, they carry lot of pathogens which causes very serious diseases in human beings. See, there are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease causing microorganisms. Mainly these three are the most villain type. Okay. Now see, housefly. First one is housefly. So where the housefly grow? The housefly grows in, it means the housefly live on, they sit on the garbage, so nasty things, right? They're very dirty things. They sit on very dirty places. After that they will fly from there. What will happen? We know that in the dirty places there are so many pathogens, right? So when the fly will be sitting on those dirty things, the pathogens will get attached with the housefly bodies. Okay, when the same housefly will sit on our food, what will happen? Those pathogens will come on our food, and if we take those food, the pathogen will enter our body and we may fall ill. Yes. See, housefly is one such carrier. The flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta. They are very dirty. They sit on the dirty things and pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. So we should cover all our food, because if the fly will sit on them, it will transfer the pathogen into it. Whoever eats the contaminated food, contaminated means which are attacked by the microbes, if we are taking those food, we will get sick. So it is advisable to always keep food covered. Okay, you should cover your food and should always eat hot meals, right? Another one is female Anopheles mosquito. Look how it is biting the human and transferring those pathogens. Okay, so female Anopheles mosquito which carries the parasites of malaria. You can see in the GIF, see, it is transferring something. So these are the parasites it is transferring, which is the parasites of malaria. If they goes inside our body, they cause malaria to us. Okay. Now next one is female Aedes mosquito. See, in the same way it will transfer certain virus and protozoa. So it carries the dengue virus. Dengue is a disease. The dengue virus is carried by this Aedes mosquito. So when this Aedes mosquito will bite us, we will have dengue disease. Okay. Yeah. So avoid the spread of malaria. To avoid the spread of malaria, what we should do? We should avoid the carrier. Which is the carrier? Mosquitoes. We should avoid mosquitoes. How? Get rid of mosquito. How? Can you see in this picture? See, the mosquitoes are sitting on the standing water. So mosquitoes breed where the water is standing, not flowing. Okay. So in the pit you may be seeing that there are certain pits around your home where the water is standing. It is not flowing. Due to the rain, the water get collected. So we should not allow water to collect near our home, and we should use mosquito net and mosquito repellents also. Now see, all mosquitoes breed in water, right? Hence one should not let water collect anywhere. As I have told you, the mosquitoes breed in standing water. So we should not allow water to collect anywhere, in coolers, in tires, flower pots, anywhere we will not allow water to collect. And by keeping the surrounding clean, main thing is you have to keep your surrounding clean, whether it is mosquito, cockroach, housefly, everything. Okay, the pathogens only grow where it is dirty environment. Okay, so we should have to keep our surrounding clean and dry so that mosquitoes will not breed there. And use mosquito net and mosquito repellent. We have to use mosquito net while sleeping, or if you are going outside, use mosquito repellent so that mosquito will not come near you. They will say that dur se. Okay. Now see, the next one is disease in humans. So this table is given in your book. Okay. So these are certain diseases, who causes those diseases, how they transmit, and what we should do. First one is tuberculosis, popularly known as TB. So they are spread through bacteria and mode of transmission is air. So what we should do? We should be isolated from the patient and keep the personal belonging of the patient away from those of the others, and vaccination. See, we have to take the precautions. After that we should take vaccine. Okay. So like that, measles, it is caused by virus and it is transmitted through air, right? So what we should do? Same thing. We should be isolated. We should isolate that person and we should be away from them, right? Same thing, chicken pox, it is caused by virus, as I have showed you the diagram. So it is how it is transmitted? It is transmitted through air and contact. So we should avoid that person who is suffering from this disease, and after that we can take such vaccination. Okay. The next one is polio. Polio is also a causative, which is the causative organism? Virus. It spreads through virus, and by which medium? Air or water. So we must avoid the person who is having this, and we should take the vaccine. Nowadays children are provided with polio drops, right? Yeah. Now next one is cholera. So the bacteria causes cholera disease and it is spread through contaminated water and food. So first of all, we must ensure that we are having fresh water which is free from those contamination, and food should be properly cooked and should be hot and it should not be contaminated, right? So first of all, we should be clean. We should maintain personal hygiene and good sanitary habits. It means everything should be neat and clean, and the food should be properly cooked. We should drink boiled water, means boiled drinking water, and vaccination. Then typhoid is also caused by bacteria which is transferred from one person to another through water. So we should drink boiled water or filtered water, or the water which is safe from all this contamination. Okay. Next one is hepatitis B. It is caused by virus and transmitted through water. So drink boiled drinking water and vaccination. Malaria, as we have known that mosquitoes are the carriers, right? They are very naughty. Okay, they suck our blood. Okay, they are taking blood from us and they are also giving those protozoa inside our body, and we are suffering from diseases. So we should avoid those mosquitoes by applying mosquito net, by using mosquito repellent, or spraying certain, now heat, kala heat is coming, right? So these we can also spray to avoid mosquito, and we should not allow the water to collect near our home. Yes? Okay. Now moving to the next, disease in animals. So these microorganisms also cause disease in animals. You can look in the diagram, see the cow is having bleeding nose, and here the feet of the cow is also affected. See, anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by a bacterium. So this is the anthrax disease, the cow is having bleeding nose. Okay. Now Robert Koch discovered the bacterium Bacillus anthracis which causes anthrax disease. So the cow is having anthrax disease, so which causes? Bacterium. What is its name? Bacillus anthracis. Now foot and mouth disease, this is the foot disease of cattle caused by a virus. Next is disease in plants. The same table is given. Disease in plants. First disease is citrus canker. Okay, it is caused by bacteria and mode of transmission is air. You can see black color spots in this fruit. So this is citrus canker. Now rust of wheat. The fungus grows on them. It spreads by air and seeds. So this type of green color patches or yellow color patches you will see. Now yellow vein mosaic of bhindi. Bhindi means okra plant. Okay, it is affected by virus and mode of transmission is insect. You can see that yellow color leaves. Yes, this is yellow vein mosaic of bhindi or okra. Now food poisoning. My dear kids, have you seen that sometimes you may be feeling like vomiting and your stomach is paining, right? Why does this happen? This happens because of food poisoning. So can you see in the spoon so many microbes are there? We do not take microbes, but they have grown on our food. So when the food is cold, okay, it means if your mother has cooked it in the morning and you are taking it late night, first you must make it hot, or you must cook the food again so that it will be warmer and the microbes will stop growing. But if we are taking those cold meal, it may get spoiled and lot of microorganisms would be there, and if we are taking this, we will be falling ill. Okay, See, the child is having stomach ache. Why? Because it has taken spoiled food. Food poisoning could be due to the consumption of food spoiled by some microorganisms. We may not be knowing, but there are certain microorganisms which have already grown on that food. If you are taking that, we are having food poisoning for sure. And microorganisms that grow on our food sometimes produce toxic substances. See, microorganisms grow on our food and they produce some toxic substances. If we take those toxic substances, we might feel food poisoning. So now, see, we have discussed harmful microorganisms. They cause disease in humans, in plants, in animals. So the first of all thing is we must be neat and clean, right? And we should avoid, we knew that how it is spreading, so we must take in consideration to those points and we know how to avoid this. Okay, so now the quotes time. The most 3 important words you can say to yourself is yes I can, because I have told you many times that first of all you must believe in yourself. You should believe in yourself that yes I can. Others may be saying अरे तुमसे ना हो पाएगा, some may be saying ना अरे तेरे से नहीं होगा, but you will say that yes I can, ज़रूर होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा, I will do that definitely. First you should believe in yourself. आपको अपने ऊपर भरोसा होना चाहिए, तभी तो दूसरे लोग आपके ऊपर भरोसा करेंगे. So yes I can. जब भी सुबह उठिए पॉजिटिव माइंडसेट के साथ बोलिए yes I can, I will do it. Okay. So my dear kids, don't forget to be a part of our eTuition family and enjoy our classes and let me know whether you are liking it or not. Till then, have a good day, stay happy, bye.